What's up, snipers, and welcome back to our Minnesota Wild GM mode. So I decided just to sim the preseason on my own, and we had a pretty good preseason, I think, going 5-1. But we're up here at the start of the season up against the Tampa Bay Lightning. So for his first NHL game, Tommy Kilger gets to play his former team that he got drafted by. We also have 3 other players making their NHL debuts this season, including Bear Schultz, who's an 80 overall, Larry Souray, who's a 77, like I was saying, Tommy Kilger, and then also Kent Hodges is going to be playing for the first time too. So this team is really young, and hopefully we get a lot of growth this season from our players, and we become a stud team by like 2 seasons or something like that. I don't think we're going to be a playoff team just yet because we don't have a whole lot of experience, but you never know, we could be a good team come the trade deadline or something. Like, if we're not a good team again, I might consider trading away somebody like Mikael Granlund or Matthew Dumba. But it depends. Also, all these episodes, so you guys know, like for 5 episodes or so, it's all going to be pre-recorded, and the reason being is my dad's off all next week, so I want to just get videos out still while he's here. So anyways, we're going to slow sim the first game of the season, considering like 4 players are making their NHL debuts. So let's see how those youngsters play in their first ever game against the Tampa Bay Lightning in Tampa Bay. First period, and okay, 2-1 us. Kaprizov picks up both goals, and Victor Arvidsson for them. So I guess Victor Arvidsson managed to re-sign with them, which is good news. It makes the trade a lot more realistic. But shots are 7-6 in favor of us. Kaprizov's got both goals. Second period, and they tie it up. Nikita Kucherov. So the right wingers are getting it done here. Let's see what happens in the third. Can one of our youngsters come through with their first NHL goals? That would be nice. Last 10 minutes here to third, power play, and we don't score. Oh, there's a goal, and it's Kaprizov again. Gabriel Kaprizov with a hat-trick in the first game of the season in Tampa Bay, and we are going to take it because of Kaprizov, who single-handedly takes out the Tampa Bay Lightning. So Kaprizov from Dumba, Kaprizov from Granlund and Dumba, and Kaprizov from Granlund. So it's a lot of our veteran guys, that ones that have been here with the Minnesota Wild since like year number 1, who got most of it done. So there is that. Let's just continue simulating. Now we're going to go all the way up to January the 1st, check the player stats, and then go all the way up to the trade deadline and do that again and see who's available for next episode. I'm going to be making the trades and stuff like that, like I said, considering it's going to be a pre-recorded episode. But yeah, we're not starting off the season too hot, 2-3. Like I expected, our team's young. We don't have a lot of experience just yet. But we do have some good defensive players. Like, I think Souray had like 87 stick checking and stuff like that. So, but yeah, we're off to a horrible start this season. 2-8-1 in our first month. And now we've won back-to-back, so maybe we could go back on a winning streak and get back to 500. But like I said, I don't mind if we have a bad season, because then we could get even more good prospects into this organization. Even though we have a ton of defensive ones already and a ton of forwards, we could pick up maybe a good winger at the draft. Let's scout in the WHL, because that always seems to be the hot spot for players, at least in this series so far. There's a loss against the Caps. We're 4-9-2. I don't even know if we're going to be a good team. Like, if we're not a good team, like I said, at the trade deadline, I'm just going to probably trade away our older guys. I'd like to keep around Kaprizov for sure, but I don't know about Luke Kunin, because Luke Kunin seems to have capped off at like an 83. Maybe he becomes trade bait, because considering we have a lot of good centers already coming into the organization. So in our AHL team, how are they playing? I didn't even see that. So Birchie's injured. Let's just replace him. They're playing better than our NHL team at the moment, which is not a good sign, considering Iowa has not been that good the last couple of years. There's a 1-0 win over Tampa Bay. Nice. Okay. Yeah, I don't think we're going to be a playoff team if we keep playing like this, but you never know. We could have a really good second half. So who was the one that was? It's probably Theo Flynn. I don't know where Birchie was playing. Oh, it's probably where Chisholm was. Yeah, it was definitely where Chisholm was. There's no way that Chisholm would be a top line forward, considering he's a defenseman. 10, 17, and 4 so far. Probably one of the worst in the league. And Nick Ritchie has been injured. The guy we acquired in free agency until December the 24th. So that's like a couple weeks. It's nothing too huge. But we'll move everybody up a line. So Merch up to the second line. Kilger to the third line. And who is our scratch forward? Oh, yeah, Sokolov. There you go. But Schultz is actually up to an 81 now. I'm not going to check his player stats just yet because I want to be a surprise kind of. But he's up to an 81 now. So he is growing, which is great news. I expected him to grow, but still that's good. Considering we're only a couple months in, he's already up by 1 point. Who did we just put in? Sokolov, I think. Yeah. There you go. Just watch with Sokolov in the lineup. Somehow we're going to win a bunch of games. Let's send out our scout to the OHL this time. Let's just scout a lot of different places, because I don't know what the top prospects are. We should probably look at the draft class soon too. And Nick Ritchie is back. That is great news, because our right wing core was really weak. Ritchie's a left winger, but it doesn't matter really. There you go. And then we'll put him back up to the first line, Patan back to the second, and that. I'm hoping for some growth from the other prospects, not just Schultz. I want Kilger to get up to like an 80-something, maybe Hodges, that's our idea. And yeah, we are having one of our worst seasons yet, 13, 21, and 4 at January 1st. We're on pace for a really bad season, which is good. Maybe we get a first overall pick added to the list to play alongside with someone like Bear Schultz. So currently, Kaprizov is leading the way in points for us, 28 points in 30. Okay. Let's sort by forwards first before we look at all the players. So Kaprizov 28 and 38, Eriksson Egg 24, Granlund 22, Ritchie's coming over and putting up 19 points in 36 games. Lekkonen's got 19, Kunin's got 18. See, this is what I mean. Luke Kunin, I don't know, I think he's capped off there, so we might have to move him out eventually. Schultz has got 14 points, good considering he's only a 19-year-old now. Don't know which positions he's growing in, but he seems to be more of an assist man, which is okay because I don't mind having a top line playmaker. Merch has got 11 points, 8 goals actually. Larry Soure 11 points, he's got 7 goals. Kilger 9 points, Patan 10 points, Lundestrom 8 points. So that fourth line's actually getting it done, but our entire forward core is all minus, so not that good. Dumba 17 points, Ruchin's got 10 points. Knubel's got 5 points. Murphy 4. Hodges has got 3 goals only. He's minus 17. It's probably his defensive awareness is pretty good though. I don't know why he's not that good defensively. Like he's always a minus player. Like in the AHL even he was a minus guy. Goaltending, yeah, hasn't been good for Corson this year. 888 save percentage and a 3.6 goals against average, while Soderstrom's been solid. So I don't know why Corson's playing so bad, but maybe it's just his puck control considering it's a 3.5 stars. So let's sim another month before we look at standings and all that stuff. Or well, not another month up to the trade deadline, and then we will see. We might end up just doing the entire season in this episode because it'd be better that way. But we'll see. So let's go right up to February the 28th, which is the deadline. Let's see if we could turn the season around. If not, it doesn't really matter that much. Hopefully our youngsters in the AHL are getting some growth too, even though the team's playing like crap. Could be because we have mostly forwards on defense. Yeah, this looks like a really bad season for us, but okay. Our team will learn from the mistakes, I think. Kent Hodges has been injured with his first ever NHL injury with an injured knee until January the 23rd, so that's not too long term actually. But luckily we had signed, Andrew Nielsen in free agency. He's our depth defenseman. I don't give a shit about Borderman anymore, because Borderman's not growing, so. And Hodges is back just like that. Good stuff. hopefully a lot of these guys want to re-sign with the team. And Hodges is actually up to an 80 now. So even though he hasn't been producing necessarily most offensively, he is up to an 80. So he is growing. So he's learning, I guess you could say. We've played defense the last 3 games. We've won 4 in a row now. 5 in a row. This is our best streak yet. Maybe we're going to come back to 500 soon. Scouting assignment. Let's scout the United States. You know what? Let's scout goaltender. Better goaltender maybe eventually than Corson. There's another one. 6 in a row. Can we go 7? No, we can't. But 6 in a row. That's pretty nice. Pulls us back within it. But then we're going to lose 3 in a row now. 4 in a row. Of course, it's one of those seasons where you play really good and then you play really bad. Jansen Harkins for a 4th. I don't know if I want to give up my 4th round pick because I don't think we're going to be a playoff team. But who is Jansen Harkins again? 79 overall, 3rd line checking forward. We don't really need one. No, thank you. We got a good enough center core and a lot of center prospects anyways. So Connor Timmins, top 4 defenseman, but this guy, low top 4, and he's already 25. So no thank you. Thanks, though, Colorado. Julius Honka for a 3rd. It's not too bad, but we have a very good young defensive core, and I would rather keep it that way than picking up Julius Honka. So, but we've won 3 in a row, and now we've lost again. But those 3 in a row, actually, we only allowed in 2 goals in 3 games, which is pretty good. So we're having some good defensive games, but other games we're playing like ass. So last 2 games before the trade deadline. And what is our record going to be? Probably another scouting assignment right now, right? Nope. And our record is going to be 25, 31, and 6. So we're worse than last year at the trade deadline. So I think it might be the season that we have to move out somebody like Granlund to a contender if we want to. So let's just do a little wrap up to end this episode. So team standings, let's see. Where are we in the entire league currently? I think we're probably close to the bottom, right? Yeah, we're top 3 in the bottom, so we could potentially drop off to the second worst. I don't think Vegas is going to catch up to us even. So we might end up having a chance for the first overall pick once again, which is nice. What is the main reason behind it? Goals for per game. We're one of the worst offensive teams currently in the league. And in goals against, we are one of the worst against. So, yeah, it's not looking like a good year here in Minnesota, just as I predicted. Our power play is one of the worst as well. And our penalty kill is actually not horrible. 81%, it's like in the middle. So at least our youngsters are learning some valuable experience. Because that's what I want with this season. And then hopefully next year we have like a good run maybe or something. I don't know. Considering we might get another NHL ready prospect into this organization. So forwards, so Kaprizov 43 points, Granlund 43, Richie 36, Kunin 35, Eriksson Ek 35, Lehkonen 33. Bear Schultz has got 22 in his rookie season so far in 62 games. Not too bad. He's already got 42 penalty minutes, so I guess he is a bit of a guy that gets a lot of penalties, which is okay. He might be kind of like a Bo Horvat type of idea when we were doing our Canucks GM mode. Patan 20 points, Merch 17, Souray has got 16 points, okay. He's up to a 78, so he is growing as well in his puck skills, his offensive awareness, and some of his skating. Kilger 13 points, and he has not grown yet, but he should probably soon. And Lundestrom isn't growing either. He seems to be capping off at like 76, which kind of sucks. He might be one of those guys we have to move out eventually. And then defensively, Dumba 34 points, Ruchin 21, and he's got 13 goals. He's still an 83, but it's still good. Knuble 7 points. Hodges has got 5 points, and he's an 80 still. 4 goals, 1 assist. Okay, not too bad. And goaltending, let's see. Corson's picked it up a bit. 907 save percentage and a 2.88 goals against now. Okay, not too bad. Let's check the AHL for our prospects down there. So Pro Horkin's got 40 points. This guy seems to be pretty good for a AHL player from the 7th round. Laudnia 35, Gonchar's 35, and he's a 73 overall now. I don't know if he's going to make the NHL club. Cooperman 35, Shaw 33, Pelton in 25, Heck 24. He does not seem to be growing much either. George Lemaire 16 points, up to a 65. Probably could benefit from another year in the minors. Schrader's up to a 72, so he could be coming to the NHL in a couple seasons as well. 15 points. Forsberg 66 overall now. This guy could be NHL ready as well, almost in a couple years. And that's that. Goaltenders, we have two random guys from free agency, nobody important. Okay, so that's that. Let's just check the draft class and the progress reports in the trading block, just because I want to see what that is for next episode, even though next episode is going to be a pre-recorded one. So let's take a look at the draft class first, just because I want to see if there's anybody we should be pinning. So let's see. So Aston, top 5. What the? No exact elites. Oh, there's an exact elite. This guy might be the one that goes first overall. Another center, Nicholas Sawatsky. But if we get like the second overall pick, we might be able to pick up a nice winger, like a right wing sniper like this guy, Eric Fitzgerald. If he isn't actually a medium elite, that'd be pretty nice, because then he could play alongside of Bear Schultz in the future or something like that. So yeah, that's who is the top ones for the draft coming up. Now let's just check the progress reports in the trading block to see who we might be going after for next episode. So progress reports, we're still listed as a rebuilder as well. So let's see. Yeah, I think Granlund's an expendable player, 32 years of age. And how much years left does he have on his contract? I don't even know. But he's having a good year, so he might be a good playoff player for some team. Modified. So Chuck Knubel is growing. Don't know when in what categories. Oh no, he's dropping. What is he dropping? Huh. Maybe he's not getting enough ice time. Is he listed as a top 4? I'll have to check that afterwards. Hodges is growing. That's good. Sure is growing as well. Yep. Schultz is growing in his puck control, his discipline, and then his wrist shot's even getting better, which is nice. It's up to an 87. His face-offs are getting better. Good, he's getting better offensively. Kaprizov is growing as well, kind of. Still at 26, so he might actually be an 87, hopefully. Ruchin's also growing a bit, not that much, though. He might cap off around there as well. His defense is getting better, too. And then in the system, we got some good growth from our prospects. Looks like Seabrook, 67 overall. Yeah, this guy is going to be in the AHL next season, probably. And so on like that. Malone, the guy that we drafted, 55. I might have to sign some of these guys for the AHL for next year. Roman Baran. Okay. Not too bad. So, anyways, guys, that's going to do it for this episode, I think. Wait, was there one last thing? I need to check the trading block. Even though you guys, I'll make up the trades, what happens for next episode. But let's just check the trading block quickly. I want to go to show trading block, not showing my own. Okay, browse trading block. That's what I wanted. So yeah, let's just do the trading block quickly, and then that'll be it for this episode. So some prospect kind of guys: Reeder and Cousins, Sparks and Lauzon. I don't know who we could trade Granlund to. Ovechkin, Zucker, and Skinner. Sexsmith, Nordstrom, Hartman, and Hinostroza. Some more young prospects: Kelly, Osgood, and McDonald, Shahan, Green, and Martin Nuke. Nugent Hopkins, a lot of veteran guys. Nobody that's popping out yet, but I will probably make maybe a trade at the trade deadline. Depends if we want to move out Granlund or not. Michael McLeod, not bad. Carlson, holy crap, Eric Carlson's on the trading block. Not trading for him, but still, that would be nice. Merzlikins and Dunn. Yeah, it seems like a lot of older guys and some like low prospects. Nothing too interesting. Wow, that Walling guy, is up to a 75 now. Huh. Interesting. But he's already 26. Flynn. Yeah, so nothing super interesting on the trading block. But anyways, guys, that's going to do it for this episode.